Jack Wilshere takes aim at lazy clubs and managers. Jack Wilshere has laid bare his frustration at lazy clubs and managers who consider him to be an injury waiting to happen as he searches for another chance in football. The former England and Arsenal midfielder, 29, is currently without a club after being released by Bournemouth at the end of last season. Wilshere has been training with Italian Serie B club Como, where Dennis Wise works as the CEO, but cannot play for them because of rules around non-EU players. But he insists he is fully fit again after the constant injuries that have dogged his career and is desperate to change the view of him within the game. I think there's a perception, and I've had this opinion from a few clubs, great player but an injury waiting to happen, Wilshere told the Under the Surface podcast. I haven't been injured since before lockdown, and it was not a serious injury. I've trained every day. When I was at Bournemouth I was available for every single game, so I feel like it's a lazy answer because I can play. Give me a chance, let me prove myself to you then, show you that I'm fit. Wilshere added, it's frustrating and it sort of breaks your spirit as well, because you know, especially when you're training on your own, and every day there's not much you can do on your own. You have to run, and it's hard, and it's boring, and then to get that answer, it's like, well, why am I doing this? Why am I breaking myself every day? I'm waiting for that opportunity to come, and I'm just getting answers like that. Wilshere says he went to train with an Italian club because his injury record was less well known, but admits his current situation is difficult for his family. I've got a 10-year-old who is football mad, he loves football, and he watches Sky Sports News, Wilshere said. He sort of understands football, and that's probably one of the toughest parts, explaining to him what's going on, because he'd always ask me if I've got a club yet, or does anyone want you, and I'm like, no. I think that's all you can say, you have to be honest with him. Speaking on the podcast for the original Penguin X campaign against living miserably, Wilshere added, I had this conversation not long again with my missus. I just said to her, can you tell me when? Not when I'm mugging myself off, but when I'm training every day on my own, and I'm questioning it, having questions on why am I going this, if the club is just saying no. I said to the missus, look, just say to me when it's enough, stop going to train your own, and maybe try and focus on something else. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta last week said Wilshere would be allowed to train with his former club if he wished. He said, we are willing to help him as much as we possibly can. He knows that, and that's the situation. However, when he was asked whether there was a chance Wilshere could make a sensational return to the club he joined aged 9, Arteta was unequivocal in his response, saying, I wouldn't take it that far. It comes as former Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger admitted he feels very responsible for the injuries that Wilshere and also Aaron Ramsey suffered when they were young prospects. Although Wenger feels that the situation is now better for technical players as they have more protection, he regrets that VAR wasn't in use when Wilshere and Ramsey were establishing themselves in the Arsenal team. Wenger told The Telegraph, I see more positivity. Before there was more kicking, and I must say the media allowed that. The VAR has brought more respect for the offensive game. Sometimes the more technical guys were kicked.